Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsyreplays and we are back with another tank review. And it is the T-34-2. It is a Chinese tier 8 medium tank. Now, when I first started playing this tank, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't know what gun to use. I didn't know whether to use the 122mm or the 100mm. Now, the 100mm's got more DPM, it's got better penetration, better rate of fire, better reload. But for me, it was just another tier 8 medium. Now, with the 122mm, the penetration isn't as bad. It's still 175 mil, but it has that 400 alpha, and it has the 1.09 aim time. Which is really, really good. So I started playing it a lot more with the 122mm. It has got a 13.48 second reload, but it's more fun because you can deal that heavy damage into the enemy team. And if you're not playing frontline, if you're sort of reserving, playing back behind the mediums, you can still deal that damage. The turret armor is really good, so you can hold down 200 mil. The hull armor isn't so good. It's only 70 mil on your hull. So you need to play it. Frontline in this thing is not really an option because you're just going to get deleted. You might get 400 alpha into one of the mediums, but then they are just going to completely out DPM you. So I would definitely recommend using the 122mm because it's something different. It's something that you don't see often in tier 8 or in any tier, is a medium running around with 122mm doing 400 damage. Whereas the 100mm, you get them all day long, dealing 200 damage, 250 damage, and it's just nothing exciting, even though it probably is the better gun. But it's just it's not as fun. It's not as fun. And that was a nice shot into that defender. We did have to use heat. And against the heavies, you are going to have to use heat because you're a medium, which for me is not a problem. When you're up against a heavy in a medium, I'm a strong believer where you should have to use the heat. You shouldn't be able to pen a heavy frontally with a medium. So having to shoot heat into the front of a heavy, for me, is not a problem. Now, we do find an AMX and a TD, for some reason, pushing the hill on his own without any backup, and he's going to regret that. So we do manage to switch the AP, we get him gone, and we've dealt 1500 damage sitting up here. We've had one shot in return to us, which is from that lightweight. We got one tank down each on each team. My platoon mate, which is one of my work friends, he tried pushing B. He got absolutely wrecked. He wasn't expecting to see any of the mediums there, but he got absolutely wrecked. Now, we've spotted a couple of the tanks. So what we're going to do, we have got base A. The enemy have now got 2 caps. So we're going to push and we're going to try and flank around. So we do get the lightweight, we get a shot into the lightweight, and our SU-152 takes out the defender. So that's one heavy out of the game. But then we have the T-34-2 on the enemy team pushing the hill. And then we have the SP-1C. So originally I was going to go for the SP-1C, but then the T-49 absolutely destroyed him. And I'm not going to chase him for 5 hit points. Instead, I'm going to help this AMX. I'm not actually sure what he's doing. And we're going to get behind the T-34-2, and you can see HE in this thing. That was kind of a low roll at 415. Our AP can do that. So that was a low roll. But we get a nice shot, and we put him down to 21 hit points, and we're going to carry on using the HE, and we're going to get him gone. So now there is only 3 tanks left alive, and one of them is the IS-3. One of them is the KV-3 that is in front of us. And again, easily pennable with AP, not a problem. Again, that was a low roll at 359. But we are going to start losing some hit points. So the KV-3 can see he's just staring at us. And that was a bad shot, to be honest. And again, I'm not sure what this AMX is doing. The IS-3, he just pokes out in the middle and the IS-3 can clear him. So now it's 3 against 2, but we are losing on cap points. So again, we're going to sit, we're going to wait. The IS-3, we're going to use the heat because it's an IS-3. He's going to poke up again, not sure what he was doing. Makes it too easy for me. And we get him gone. So now all it leaves is the KV-3. And I can see he just donks his shot there, which allows me to get around him. He is a heavy. I've got a heavy gun. 407 alpha there. We've done 3.5k damage. We are now winning on cap points. We've got all 3 cap points. He misses there. And if you're going to get up and close to tanks, what I'm doing here is face hugging, side hugging. Get close to his gun. Use just so he can, all he can see is your turret, and rock backwards and forwards, and you can get bounces because all they can see is your turret. If you're not going to get bounces, you can probably, they're going to miss. So playing it like that, second line sort of thing behind your mediums, you're going to get some damage in this tank. And that battle was too easy. 3.5k damage. It was just too easy. Now this battle, I think, is like my 4th ever battle in this tank. And again, we are going to mess up at the end because we got a bit greedy. But we're not pushing front line. We're going to spot the enemy tanks and we're going to get that shot. And we're just going to back up. We're going to reload. We're not going to expose ourselves while we are reloading. And as soon as we're reloaded, we can pop out and we're going to get 350 or so damage into that T20. So now, again, we're going to look at the enemy. We're going to look at my team. And we're going to see what we can get. And we've got the J Panther there all on his own. And we can get rid of him for our first kill. Which now leaves, well, it was 7 against 6. But our Tiger is now gone. And we're going to now get behind the tanks. We've got the KV-13 there. Lovely 500 high roll into him. And again, we're going to get close to him. We're going to get the bounce. He does hit our gun. And we are going to reload before him, and we're going to clear it for our second kill. So now it is just 6 against 4, no problem. There's a T20 here. Again, side scraping and getting close to these tanks that hasn't got great pen. Or even if they have got great pen, you're going to get bounces. And that was a lovely shot. Put him on fire. He's now a 1 shot, and it's 4 against 4. So we have saved our hit points to when we need it. We can now poke forward and we're going to get rid of the T20. We do get a nasty couple of shots in return, but we do manage to take it out, leaving us 1 gun up. And now this AMX 5100 makes the mistake. He's going to push us. And because of our high 122mm gun, we can clear him with 1 shot. Now, any other medium, that would have took 2 shots, but not a problem. 400 alpha and we get rid of him. So we've now got 4 kills and it's 4 against 2. So because we saved our hit points, we did deal the damage. We are now 2 guns up and we've now got the Tiger 1. He's got good pen. He's got great rate of fire. He can really out DPM us. So again, we're going to try and use the ridge. We're going to try and make it so all you can see is our turret. He does now put us down to a 1 shot, but we do get him down to a 1 shot. And now this is where I mess up. I'm reversing out. He's reversing. I should have just stayed and waited for him to reverse. Instead, I poke forward. He pokes back and we both shoot each other. But we both get the kill. So I do finish that battle on 5 kills. Our team, our last 3 tanks alive are going to clear the KV-4. And we're going to pretty much get 1,000 supremacy points on top of that. Wait for it. There's the AMX. All gone. 5 kills. AMX gets 2 kills. We get the 1,000 supremacy points. We didn't cap any bases that game, but we flanked really well. We saved our hit points really well, and we had a good battle. 3.9k, 150,000 credits, and it's a really nice tank, and it's definitely a tank I'm going to keep. I have now got the WZ-120, so a video will be coming on that in due course. But it is a nice tank, and it's a tank that I have really started to enjoy. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.